Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. My name is RedSecant. We're here in Wonderland, and let me tell you kind of what's going on. So here's the thing. I decided to just go ahead and get all the synthesis items, synthesize the ultimate weapon. So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, what kind of Kingdom Hearts Let's Play would this be if we didn't get the best item in the game, the best Keyblade? And I'll tell you, I have never actually gotten this Keyblade myself, so this will be the first time for me getting this Keyblade. But in order to do it, you have to synthesize every item in the whole synthesis shop, and then you can synthesize the last item, which is the Keyblade, so you actually have to synthesize a total of 25 items. So I looked it up, I looked up how many materials you need, I made a list, and then I went and just off screen, I just got them. I just got all the materials. So we're not going to have to do that. I did leave. There's one item that we have left to get, so we can sort of get that together and experience the, joy of getting all the items finally. But you can pretty much just Google it if you want to find out what materials they are. You could just look it up yourself by going to the synthesis store. I had to go to Atlantica. I had to go to some deep jungle stuff. It wasn't that bad, but it took like a few hours, and we leveled up exactly 10 times. So we were level 57 before I started, and now we're level 67, which is just kind of ridiculous. So we've got even more powerful, and we've got a ridiculous amount of money. Before I did this, we had about 9,000, 10,000 money. Now we have nearly 5 times that. So I hope it doesn't upset anybody that I did this much stuff off screen. I didn't talk to anybody, I didn't do anything else, I just fought Heartless and took their items, and that was it. So, anyways, the last item that we have left to get are 2 spirit gems. So we have 5, and you need 7. Or I need 7, I'm not sure if we had already used some already. So you get these from air soldiers. There's a 4% drop rate, so I'll cut ahead to when I get it, but you can get these in Wonderland. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit when we finish up getting the synthesis items. Okay, there, we just got 1 spirit gem. So been taking a little while to do this, but that's normal. So I'll come back to you once we get the very last one. Oh, okay, sweet, there we go. So that was the last synthesis item that we needed. We just got that last spirit gem. Not bad. That took me about 15 minutes of off-screen. Maybe even a little bit less than that, so that's not too bad, but yeah, it takes a long time. I mean, here, let me show you. So I've got old saves from, I've been saving after every world that I went through to get the synthesis item. So here is the save before I did anything. So you see we got 2347 on our clock and about 10,000 money, level 57. So we move along here. Let's see, I haven't saved currently, but this is not very long ago, so that's 28 hours. And so last time it was like 25 or 24. So about 24 to 28. So it took about 4 hours to get all this crap, and we're up to about 50,000 money. So about 5 times as much, and we've leveled up 10 times. So it's a little bit ridiculous, but there we go. We've got it all done. Now we're just going to go to Traverse Town and synthesize all our stuff. Sorry, synthesize is the verb form. So, how's everybody doing today? I was looking for those air soldiers in Wonderland, even though my FAQ, GameFAQs.com, told me that they would be in, I think they even said Agrabah, or Traverse Town, and I tell ya, ran all over that hill, and I did not hear any singing, so, they weren't in Traverse Town, and they weren't in Agrabah. I had to go to Traverse Town to fight a bunch of defenders to get some stuff. I had to go to Hollow Bastion, do a bunch of stuff there. And so we're gonna go back there after this, and I want to go to a few other worlds to check some stuff out, and then we'll be done. So Alright, if anybody wants to have a look at my items, let me just show you. Okay, could I? Alright, I want to show you what I've synthesized so far. So I've only done the first 6 plus an angel bangle and a mega potion. And so aside from that, this is what you need. I actually have a little bit more than you need for some of this stuff. But you can just look it up to find out the base amounts, but that's just if anyone was wondering. By the way, we don't need any more mithril shards. We used those in the first rank, so it's ridiculous that they put that many in treasure chests just as stupid junk. We also don't need as many aura chalcums as we have, or as much mithril, so that's a little ridiculous. And if you saw this thing, Matsutake rank, it's something to do with a rare truffle, which it's another thing I accidentally did off screen. I didn't know I was going to be picking this up, but I'll show you it again. It's basically when you just juggle a rare truffle 100 times, and I'll show you how to do that. There's a really easy way if you go to Neverland, so I'll show you that later. Alright, let's do our synthesis. Oops, forgot to start my timer. That's okay. Alright, AP up. Synthesize. Magic armlet. Synthesize. Golem chain. Synthesize. Master earring. I'm not going to say that for every single one. So we have to stop and then start it up again to get the next rank, sort of. So we're going to end up with a defense up and a few nice accessories, actually. And I'll emphasize again that I have never actually done this. Synthesized every item. I don't think I've synthesized past like the 2nd rank, so this is kind of cool for me. I've never taken the time to get all the items. It was kind of as bad as I thought it was going to be to go after it and get all the items. Oh shoot, what are we missing, man? Bright crystal. Oh, alright, so I'm gonna have to go get a bright crystal. Would you guys just hang on 1 second? Okay guys, so this is kind of a shame. I guess I must have done the math wrong or something when I figured out how many bright crystals I needed. Turns out I'm gonna need more than I thought I did. And these are one of the rarer items. So, but this will just make it more triumphant when we finally get our stuff. So, you get these by getting them off defenders. The nice thing is that all the defenders will show up in Traverse Town, so I don't have to go anywhere. But this will probably take another like half hour, but for you guys it'll be just a second. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Now you see Sora just leveled up again, so I mean it doesn't take a lot of enemies for Sora to level up, so it's not surprising that we got all the way up to 10 when you have actually experienced it, but I mean 10 levels is a lot, and now we've gone up 11 levels, so yeah. By the way, I think before I cut away, I was talking about how getting the mystery goos was actually a not very difficult part of getting the synthesis items, and that is simply because white mushrooms appear in deep jungle with such frequency that it's very easy to. I mean, you have to go to deep jungle to get power shards because you probably don't have enough. I mean, I had to get 16 of them because you need a lot. And you only get them off power wilds, so I was in deep jungle anyway, and basically just the little camp area, if you come back there, I'm pretty sure there's like a 50% chance that there will be white mushrooms there. And so all you have to do, even if you're not going for using the same spell over and over again, if you just use the right spell or spells 3 times, then they have like a 20%. Hey! We got a bright crystal, man. Did you know that's a 2% drop rate? I looked it up. Anyway, it's nice that I was talking when that happened. There's like a 20% chance that a white mushroom's going to drop a mystery goo if you use the right spells on it. So getting the mystery goo was not a problem. I haven't gotten the rest of the arts. I got a message and I looked it up, and it's true that I would have to go to a later world to get the rest of the arts, so I might do that. I have to go show you guys the rare truffle thing, so I'll have to do that too. But anyway, we gotta go get one more bright crystal, so I'll see you guys in. That took about 15 minutes, so probably about 15 minutes. Hey, there we go. That's the last bright crystal. We just got it. Shoot, I was gonna explain my defender. You're kidding, we just got another one? Wait, that's ridiculous. We just got 2 in a row. That's a 2% chance. And a chance of getting it 2 times in a row. I try to drink water. That's 2% times 2%. 4 out of 1,000. Or 1 out of 500. There's a 1/500th chance that you'll get 2 bright crystals in a row, and we just did. So how about that? Caught it on camera, folks. You know. Anyway, that was it. So that should do it. Sorry I had to cut away there. I thought I must have just added up the items wrong, I guess. So sorry about that, but now we should have enough of everything. So let's make that thing, this guy. So now you see we've made 24 out of 24 of the items. So if we leave and then come back, then there should be 1 new item. Yes, here we go, the ultimate weapon. So see, you need all this crap to get it, but we have it. Notably the 3 mystery goo, but like I said, those are not too hard to get. So there we go, and you can only synthesize 1 of those, but you can synthesize multiple of the others. So if I had more power shards, I could make another power up, and then I could have extra power. So I guess having the extra orichalcums sort of limits the number of power-ups you can make, or defense ups. I think those also use. Oh no, those don't. So you could theoretically make infinite defense ups. I mean, if you're really bored, that's kind of neat, I guess. And so boost your stats that way if you wanted. So there we go. Let's have a look at this weapon that I have personally never had before. It's the best weapon in the game. So here's Oblivion with a strength of 58, but it reduces your max MP. And here's the Ultima weapon, strength of 59. Better than Oblivion, raises max MP by 2, and possesses maximum power and attributes. So how about that? Pretty cool looking. It doesn't look anything like it does in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is much, much easier to get. But wow, that's pretty cool. Alright, before I get too distracted, I wanted to show you guys how I set it up, how I set up my items and abilities for getting all those items. Basically, all you need to make sure of is that you have everybody with Lucky Strike on. So that's this ability right here. It only costs 3 AP, so it's not a big deal. Put it on Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And if one of those people don't have it, you can swap in like your local party member. So if you're in Neverland, that'd be Peter Pan, and that person might have it, and that's going to make a big difference. I also just put on stuff that would ever raise Sora's strength, because his HP and defense were really irrelevant when just fighting the little Heartless. And that's about it. Then it just... I mean, to get those bright crystals, that took about 40 minutes. I mean, 40 minutes since we started, so that includes getting the spirit, whatever the first thing we got, spirit gems, I don't know. So, it's not that bad, but you can see how it takes like 4 hours to do all this. Okay, so I've messed up my timer, so I don't really know how much time we have left, but I'm going to go to Merlin's and show you a lot of the stuff that we've got now, like the abilities and stuff. But first I want to come here, now that we have all this money, and I can just go ahead and buy all the weapons for Donald and Goofy, and I can show you guys what that looks like. So I might as well do that. We have a ridiculous amount of money that it is just ridiculous. And like this won't even take it down that much. There. Alright, we got all the money. It cost about, we got all the weapons. Cost about 20,000. So let's have a look at what these look like. So that's what Donald started with. You can have that thing, which looks the same. That looks the same as what he started with. Wow, it's all just color scheme changing. I guess those look a little cool. Those even have higher attack power than what we have now. But reduces max MP, and this guy raises max MP, so that's definitely the best. That reduces max MP, but I definitely prefer Donald having higher MP. Let's look at all Goofy's. I guess these are a little cooler because they're not all just color scheme differences. They have pretty low strength compared to what we have right now, which is Herc's shield. Never took a look at the Genji shield, which we got after beating Yippee, but that's not that great either. So Herc's shield is the best. So that's cool. We also have all the Keyblades. So, but you've seen most of those. I'm not sure if I ever showed Metal Chocobo or Lionheart, but that's what those look like. I think it might be Metal Chocobo, actually. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Anyway, let me go meet you guys at Merlin's, so hang on just a second.